Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hello. Once again, the Take a Listing Today podcast. Welcome to our show. It's show number 55. Can you believe we are at 55 already? Jim Studebaker over here. Over there is Todd Robertson.
Todd Robertson in the house. Great to see everybody.
And in the producer's corner is no one else than the producer, Lisa Gray.
Lisa Gray.
Wow. Yes, everything is just the way it should be. So welcome today. Top target markets to go after. Our continuing series on that, and the exact market to go after today are the empty nesters. But before we get to that, Lisa, we had somebody actually get a hold of us and say they wanted to be on our show and win some prizes.
Yes. We love this when this happens, and so we've gotten a hold of Jennifer, and we're going to put her on. I've got her on hold right now. We're going to put her on the show, and excited to learn more about Jennifer. This is going to be a lot of fun.
All right, good.
Awesome.
Let me see if I can do this correctly. Jennifer, are you there?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Welcome to our show. Thank you for reaching out to us. So my notes here say that you are an aspiring real estate agent wannabe. Does that sound right?
Well, aspirations, yes. So I am taking my class right now, and will be taking my test in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
And I will be out and about and selling some real estate here soon.
Well, excellent. And you found our wonderful podcast here to start your career off on the right foot. Does that sound right?
Well, definitely. I looked to you guys. It was many, many years ago. I had a real estate license, and I used a lot of your training and your programs to help me then, and for the last many years I've been in brand marketing, and now I'm back to real estate, and I need to absolutely, I need to listen and learn, and you guys are where I came for that.
All right.
Well done. That's impressive mindset.
Absolutely. So you get back in real estate and you think that you want to call in here and win a $25 gift card for ProspectsPLUS.com, the sponsor of our podcast. Is that right?
Heck yeah. Actually, I thought I was going to get some Todd lessons.
The 30 hours. Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a copy of his new book, Become a Listing Legend?
We could get you that.
No.
That will set you up. Yes, that will set you up for those 30 hours we're going to spend. And,
I'm a slow reader.
Okay.
Slow reader. So let's send me the book, and that'll be about 30 hours.
Okay. Well, hang on a second here. You have to answer the question correctly. I have it on the card here.
Right. There's win or lose. There is no middle ground here.
No tricks.
All right. Are you ready? Here's the question. What is the most widely spoken language in Brazil?
Ooh, in Brazil. Is that a trick question, perhaps?
No. I know you got this one.
Oh my gosh. Would that be Portuguese?
Portuguese. Yes, you are correct.
She got it.
All right.
Wow.
Very nice, Jennifer. I didn't think you'd get that one. Good job. All right. So, Todd.
I had a little help from my Google tools.
What?
Oh, now, this is our first person that's told us they've actually used Google. The others don't even admit it, so I admire
she's being honest, so okay. Fine. We heard typing in one show one time. Remember that?
Oh, we did hear some of
that. Yeah. All right. Well, Jennifer, you've won the $25 gift card and a copy of Todd's book. Would you like that autographed?
Yes, for sure.
The book has become a listing legend, and we've got rid of all the fluff and narrowed down to what matters so you could take over your area, your piece of geography, your board of realtors, and dominate out there.
I'm going to take over Tampa, guys.
Nice.
Awesome.
Taking over Tampa. Thank you, Jennifer, for being with us today.
It's great to hear your voice.
Yes.
Been many years.
Good to hear from you guys.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Stay strong out there.
All right. So congratulations to Jennifer. I didn't know Portuguese. Of course, if I had Google, I guess I would have known that.
Correct. Because I was sitting there going, okay, is it Spanish? Is it Brazilian? I would have got it
I had
wrong.
a friend from Brazil, so
All right. That was supposed to be the trick question. She tricked me, darn it.
Yep.
All right. So let's talk about the empty nester market, one of the top markets to go after. So the American Council on Education polled 310 college presidents, and 53% of them say it is very likely that their institutions will resume in-person courses this fall. And another 31% say that the possibility is likely. Now, those are pretty good odds that many baby boomer homes will be empty this fall, making way for homeowners wanting to flee their empty nests. Then it'll be really empty when they all flee.
They'd be really empty.
Yeah. So that means pursuing these empty nesters right now is a pretty good gamble.
And here's the reason why it's a great gamble. I know a lot of you watching or listening right now are thinking, because I was like this in real estate, because this can be an overwhelming segment to go after. I want to go after the empty nesters. Well, that's overwhelming. Well, how do I find out who they are? How do I get a marketing piece? But we're going to make that easy for them. So I want you guys to know that are watching and listening. We're going to make that easy for you if you want to go after and dominate this segment.
Exactly. So let's get to know these people. Now, the most prosperous empty nesters are aged 55 years and older, according to a leading mapping and location analytics platform. So we are nowhere near that
Correct.
group. Right.
Correct. We're fine.
So this places them among the eldest of the Gen Xers, and those are age 44 to 55. This age group and younger baby boomers combine to create the primary target in this niche. Now, this group was also responsible for nearly half of all listings, according to the National Association of Realtors 2020 Generational Trends Report.
Now, I want to make a comment here, and here's why. So, if you're gonna market to this segment, right, and think about if we're gonna go after this demographic, right? Where are these people? Where do they hang out? Probably not on social media like some other groups would, but where can we get them? We can get them in the mailbox. Mm-hmm. I mean, so think about we're going to market them a different way because we need to.
Right.
Well, and the reason that we're breaking these groups down, some people listening may be thinking, well, wait a minute, why are you talking about Generation X? I thought this was a baby boomer. What is going on? Why are we talking about both? It's because there's an age break in there. So 55, well, really 56 and up, that is a baby boomer who can also be an empty nester. 55 to 44 is a Gen Xer who can also be an empty nester. So it's crossing generations, and how you market to these individuals is different based on that generation. So that's why we really want to break it down and get you to understand the age you're going after. This is who they are. This is how to approach them. So
and we're going to make it very easy for you. We are going to make it very easy for you.
And you should definitely approach these guys because the Gen Xers earn on average $101,000 per year. And they make up 23% of the seller's pool. And for 83% of them, this is not their first time selling a home. The average net worth of baby boomer households is $1.2 million, according to BusinessInsider.com. And nearly 40% of them say that they will sell when their last child finally leaves. I added the word finally in there. Is that all right?
Well, we need that because we
Yes.
know some people where the kids haven't left the nest yet.
Exactly,
Okay?
huh?
So what do we do there? We need a different marketing campaign.
I mean, when you're 45 and still sleeping on the couch, that's maybe time to
Right.
start moving on somewhere.
That's a buyer postcard that needs to go to them. So.
Right. Perhaps it's time for you to buy a house and stop lounging on the couch just so your parents can go list their home.
Correct.
And see, it's win-win all around.
Yeah, everybody.
All right. So how and where do you reach these empty nesters? Well, in the current real estate market, you can't go wrong with a targeted prospect list and an empty nest direct mail campaign. These direct mail campaigns have become an even more effective marketing tool in the current climate. The average attention span is becoming longer, and mail is something that people are paying attention to right now.
Now let's elaborate on that because let's make sure they heard that correctly because that's different than most people are going to think, correct? Will you repeat that again?
What'd you say? What?
repeat.
Where were we?
Attention span, right.
Right. Who's up first? Yeah.
The line says, and I've learned not to question what Lisa Gray, the producer,
Right.
writes on here. The average attention span is becoming longer, and mail is something that people are paying attention to right now.
Right.
So
and
that's
this
what it
is
is.
really based on our current climate, of course, going on with COVID and the lockdowns that we kind of keep moving in and out of. People have more time on their hands, more time to digest information coming in the mail. People are getting excited about going out to the mailbox every day and collecting that mail, and then they've got the time to read it. So this was actually a statistic that I found that talks about the fact that they are seeing attention spans are expanding at this time, going in the opposite direction. What a great time to get stuff in the mail.
And you know what I will say? So I live in a development that this demographic hits home, River Strand Country Club. And it's interesting. So when I walk the dog, and since, our restaurant's not open and the gym, all that, mail has become a big thing for neighbors. It's very fascinating. It really is. Like you see them in the garage, they'll have a chair and they'll be going through it, reading stuff. So we do have more attention if we can capture their attention in the mailbox.
Absolutely. So, how do you find these addresses to mail cards to? Glad you asked, because our sponsor, ProspectsPLUS.com, has a demographic search tool that allows you to create a list of empty nesters in your area in just a few minutes. And they have targeted empty nest series postcards and direct response series to go along with that.
And here's what's interesting. When an agent starts to farm, right? If you're going to farm, do a campaign, not mean stop and start. A consistent farm. Consistency is the key. A lot of agents say, oh, well, my area, it's second home. A lot of empty nesters or non-owner occupieds. The magic is, regardless of what challenge you think you have in your area, we can help you surgically prospect that group, right? And that's what we're covering today. So don't let that overwhelm you and say, well, there's too many renters over here. Believe me, we could go after them in a way that your competition doesn't even know exists. So get your paper and pen and take some notes here, because this will lead you to 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 closings.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to make sure to put the demographic search tool link to that in the show notes for today's show. But it is a very simple process. You click on that link and there is a radio button for empty nesters. So you start the building program, hit the button, start now, and you can either put in an address, a zip code, or counties. And the next screen is the radio button for empty nesters. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. You don't even have to think beyond that. We've already done that thinking, or Prospects Plus has already done that thinking, and you go ahead and generate that list and grab as many as you would like.
Exactly.
Super simple. And also the postcards. They're series, empty nesters. They're written for that crowd. I mean, super simple.
Super simple. It works. Your phone is going to ring. Your website is going to get hit. So make sure your website doesn't look like a 2-year-old made it. So, to support your campaign, make sure that your website is up to snuff. Generation Xers especially seek social proof before they will work with somebody. Aside from a dedicated testimonials page, sprinkle your testimonials throughout your website. This generation also values authenticity, so avoid a heavy sales spiel. Generation X have a keen eye for BS and can spot dishonesty a mile away most of the time. There's no BS around here, right?
No.
All right, good. Younger boomers crave useful information, so ensure that your website has lots of it.
And
now,
the website, think about this, right? Websites have been around forever. When we were selling real estate, they were marketing to everybody. Get your own website. I had one of our market dominator potential signups talk to me recently. They switched companies because their company website was terrible and not professional. So they left for that reason. Think about that. Not their own website, but they were like, wow, if a client goes to look us up in the company and they're like, wow, I didn't research that before I went there. That does matter. I mean, right? That's perception becomes reality.
yes, but let's be honest, Todd. When you and I started real estate, we didn't have websites.
Correct.
We didn't.
We didn't have them, but they were selling them. I don't think we had the money to get one.
Right. That's what it meant. We didn't have those websites. Right. When we.
Right.
Anyway, so online, you'll find your target audience primarily on. Any answers? Lisa, what do you think it's on?
Well, it depends on the age. If they are over 55 or in the low 50s, probably on Facebook as far as social media.
Facebook.
if they are.
You just won. Oh, she got everything.
Gen X,
Todd's book.
heading into
She still hasn't read it, so don't give it to
I
her.
have about 8 of those.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
Gen X are going to be probably more Instagram. So
All right, but these Gen Xers, yes, primarily on Facebook. 88% of Gen Xers check their Facebook feed at least once a day, and Boomers rarely visit any other social media platform. In fact, according to Pew Research, Facebook is by far the most popular social media site for this age group. So you want to write compelling blog posts of interest to both groups and then repost them on your Facebook page. And consider running some contests to gain more organic results. You can find some fun contest ideas at easypromosapp.com.
And the reason that's important is that as a realtor, if you're going to do a post, get engagement, get some involvement. So go to that site and get some ideas. So don't just post, ridiculous things. Make sure you're posting with a plan. You're posting with a purpose.
right.
So what the post-pandemic real estate market will look like is anyone's guess. But niching your business has always been a sure path to success. Choose a niche and work it consistently. And this is the ideal time of year to consider pursuing those empty nesters.
And I want you to think about this topic that we covered here today. When people get into real estate, right, it can be overwhelming, right? It's like the light bulb is going to light the room a little bit all over. Oh, I got to sign up here. I got to join this board. I got to pay dues. Oh, we got a class to go to. I got to learn this. Think about this. The light bulb will light the room a little tiny bit. If you could get this specific with your prospecting, it's like the laser will cut through steel. We're going to help you get that strong. So at the end of that day, you show up with a listing and your competition's wondering what happened.
They are stuck with those broad lights
Exactly.
instead of the laser beam.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I want to show you I was paying attention there because my
Yeah.
attention span is growing, right?
Well, according to stats, according to statistics.
Stats say it is. Where are we? Oh, right. Today's podcast is brought to you by Prospects Plus, featuring the cards that we talked about today, those baby boomer cards. So be sure to go to their website, ProspectsPLUS.com, and our own website, TakeAlistingToday.com, has our show notes and information on upcoming episodes. So you will love that. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. Have an awesome week.
Take care, you guys.